Hey guys, one of the reasons I do this free podcast is hoping you will come see me do live stand-up comedy. I got some dates for you. August 3rd, I'm at the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles with the one and only Adam Carolla. Come see me August 3rd at the Wiltern Theater with Adam Carolla in Los Angeles. August 16th, I go all the way up to Wisconsin. I'm going to be with all my friends in Milwaukee. August 16th, come see me at the Pabst Theater in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. August 16th, Pabst Theater, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Very next night, August 17th, Detroit, Birmingham, Bloomfield. Where are you at? August 17th, I'm at the Royal Oak Theater in Detroit. August 17th, I'm at the Royal Oak Theater in Detroit. And then, my friends, oh yeah, September 19th, Stand Up Live in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona, September 19th, I'm at Stand Up Live. Go to jmohr.com if you wish to buy tickets. Please come see me. All my shows are meet and greet. Buy a t-shirt. Shake my hand. Let's do it. Let's just have fun with our lives and have a little laughs. Hope to see you guys out there. I love you. Jim Jefferies has a great show. It's called Legit. It's on FX. FX is in the Fox family. When you thought animation couldn't get any weirder, leave it to Fox. Saturday, July 27th, Fox introduces ADHD, Animation Domination High Def, a brand spanking new block of late-night animation. First, out of the darkness, one hero will swing into action to save our world from the forces of evil. From the creators of Parks and Recreation and the mind of a 5-year-old, it's the new animated series Axe Cop, starring Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman's about as funny as it gets. I wonder if his mustache has a supporting role. School is starting early after that. If you've never seen a class this wrong, it would be right, because there is never a class this wrong. It's the new animated series, High School USA. It's all part of ADHD, Animation Domination High Def. The revolution premieres in late night with the all-new animated series Axe Cop and High School USA. Your weekend's just got a whole lot weirder. Starting Saturday, July 27th on Fox, late night. Check out the new animation. You are going to dig it. Now, stay tuned for Jim Jefferies.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Do whatever you want, Jim Jefferies.
Hey, man.
Jefferies.
Jefferies.
Jefferies on Twitter, at
So
Jim Jefferies. People are fired up. You're coming back. You and I always seem to have a swell time.
Oh, you told me today that people said that you hated me. The Twitter
I said on Twitter, can you name one comic I've badmouthed? And there is one that I won't say here that I did flat out say was a cunt.
You did that good Ricky Gervais impersonation.
But that was, I admire the two of them greatly.
I didn't say the other guy. I just said Ricky.
Louis C.K.
Yeah,
I admire Louis. When Louis did his HBO special, I tweeted, there's a new king. Like, he's it. He's the best.
Yeah.
So me imitating two guys talking isn't me making fun of them.
It was
anyway.
It was
somebody
weird.
goes,
I did it. Okay, go on.
You called Jim Jefferies a cunt. To which I replied, actually, he's on his way over to my house right now. That's not the case. Anywho.
And anyway, in my country, it's a pet name.
Mm.
How's
your dad's rock house?
Ah, the rock house. He's doing all right.
When we
he's
left off,
excited. I've got the kid now, so he's a grandfather, and he looks at the child. Well, he's already been a grandfather, but there's a new one. You know, the older they get, the cuter they ain't. You know, my other nephews and nieces, they're just fucking ignored now. Like, you have an older kid and a younger kid, right?
Yeah.
Younger kid gets more attention from the grandparents, I assume.
Yeah, he sees them more. That's for sure. Because there's no karate. There's no, Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so like, and my nephews and nieces now are like 15 and 13 and shit like that, and they don't want to go to grandma's house. That's not of any enjoyment to it. Where my son,
when you're 2 and they take out all,
my son at 8 months will sit on my mother's tits like a big fat woman in a chair, and he'll just roll around on big fat ass tits, happy as Larry, as she's trying to eat over him. Right? But 13-year-olds don't want to do that.
That's what well, they're foolish. Matty Boy right now is like, is she still in Australia? Matty Boy's ready to flop around in your mom's
My mother
teats.
does the thing. I was trying. I'm putting my mother. I'm putting my mother in season 2 of Legit. And last time I was here,
Okay.
I told a story about my mother being fat on a boat.
Yeah, and you also said she looked like the hippo from Fantasia.
Yeah. She walks. She walks
You
like
said
when
it was reverse birth, trying to slam your mother through a doorway, hurling yourself at her vagina and ass.
I tried to write that story for the TV show every fucking which way, and I couldn't write it so it didn't seem really hurtful to a fat person. Like, you know, when you make a show, you don't want the audience to go, well, that was just gross, him just bashing a fat woman's ass through a hole. That's not comedy.
You're trying to help her.
I know, but it's a tricky write. It's a hard lot of dialogue.
You give it to the old lady upstairs. Guarantee you she bangs it up.
This is the problem. My mother will be. Gunther will be in the second season of Legit.
Up, Gunther.
She's going to be in the second season. Casting her, finding a severely overweight Australian
I really
woman.
thought your mom was actually going to be yourself for some reason. It never dawned on me.
Well, I'm
a Gunther actress.
I'm thinking of clumping up, doing an Eddie Murphy if we can't get someone and doing the outfit. I might be the first white comic to take on this genre.
Why?
I'm not. I probably won't. That's a last resort.
But I don't think it should be. What if you cast an actual hippo?
Yeah, but with timing. My mother has excellent timing.
Yes?
Can a hippo deliver the line, I want you to know that when I'm dead, in many ways you've been a huge disappointment to me? Can a hippo say that with a sense of real?
Probably not. But I think if you just look into their eyes and have a voice come out, like "Look Who's Talking," like one of like those baby movies.
Oh yeah, look who's talking.
Make believe you're one of the Wayans brothers. How would they do it?
The Wayans brothers. No,
quick answer. No. It's a quick answer.
A quick answer. They would just dress themselves up as a fat white woman.
And
call the movie "Fat White Chicks Who's Talking."
Who has more money, the Wayans brothers or everyone we know?
The Wayans brothers have more money than everyone we know.
Because they take the plunge.
I gotta be nice. Marlon Wayans was on Legit. He was in the final episode.
Yes?
Yeah, he played
nice kid.
He's a great guy. He played the doctor delivering the baby.
A black doctor?
Yeah, that's why the show's funny.
My wife, we just re-TiVo'd and watched your special Alcoholocaust, and my wife said, make sure he tells the story about he'd be gay just because of the way you could settle domestic disputes.
I haven't told that joke yet. What was that joke? Once I recorded
If I tell it, people will say I stole it. Fucking
what
jerks.
No, but what is the premise? Just the start? Oh, it's because if you fuck a black guy and you get in an argument, you're allowed to punch him? Is
not
that
a
the
black
gist?
guy, a guy.
No, a guy? Not a black guy.
Why'd you say black?
Jesus. You mentioned Marlon Wayans once. I've gone off on a fucking tangent.
The deepest recesses of your mind. Just vomit it out. Oh, so what? I have sex with a black guy, right?
No, see, that can be taken two ways. Either that I am violent towards black people, or
no, that's not how
when I
took
think of
it.
having male sex, it's with a black man.
Well, yeah, if you're going to do it,
or both.
do it. So why, you'd say you wouldn't mind being gay marriage, you're pro. And the best part of the joke, which won't play in a podcast because it's a visual, you said domestic violence is wrong, it's terrible, and then you just do this weird face like, I fucking have to say that legally before I go to the next bit. And my wife goes,
oh, that's right. Okay.
She goes, I hope
domestic
he does
violence
that.
is wrong and we should try to stop it and it's bad for society and...
Yeah, like I have to say that to get
that's
away
a good
with
gag.
this.
I wish I remembered it.
Well, that's what she's for. Remembering all your act and mine and his. So you wouldn't mind. It's a great theory because guys settle things different than girls.
It would just be good just to have the police show up and just be like, look, he was just being a dick. And them just going, all right, this domestic response is over. You boys all right? Yeah.
You can't slap a woman. That's abhorrent behavior.
Well, you can, but
Easy.
It's frowned upon. Isn't
yes.
It? And they overreact. And so at the moment, I'm dealing with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
is...
she's not pregnant anymore.
She's
so
not pregnant anymore. She has
off.
the baby. But now, you know this, when they have the baby... They're bored. They love the baby. They want to be around the kid and everything like that. But then my girlfriend does things to me like this. Well, you're going off to work all day. What am I meant to do? And I'm like, I would swap with you in a fucking heartbeat. Yeah. First of all, I would love to. And the few days I've had with my baby, where just it's easy. He has a nap. You have a wank. You watch a bit of TV. Wakes back up. You play with him a bit. It's brilliant, right? And she's like, what am I meant to do with my day? And I'm every day I'm suggesting something. I'm like, there's a park that has little trains that I've been told by other dads where you can sit on this little train with him and go...
Travel Town?
I haven't been there. I'm at work, right? So I go, you can sit on the train with the baby and you can go around. And she goes, well, I've done that and it's not really good. And I go, well, you got that friend that has a baby. You can hang with that friend. And now I'm at the stage where I'm like, have an affair. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be that bothered. Have an affair. There's that guy down the street you like. Just make sure he doesn't take my parking spot, and he can wear my Lopez Tonight robe, but not my Kimmel robe.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You know what I mean? Just to free up some time.
Oh my god! You would throw up. By the way, people should know that you live in a part of town. Do you ever say where you... I'm not going to say.
I live in the hills, the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah. Very Persian.
Yes.
So the fact that there's a guy down the street that your wife likes goes, really?
Yeah. Well, what I don't like about it is because I have never been...
get in the BMW. Get in.
I've never been exposed to the Persian community, but people are like, that area's got a lot of Armenians up there. And I'm like, well, I've never had a problem with them, and if it brings the house properties down, then fucking cha-ching.
No, you want the property to go up.
It goes up. I overpaid.
Yeah, you want property. You want gay neighbors.
I've got
gay neighbors.
I've got one for you. My girlfriend is a fag hag, right? Complete not a fag hag. She loves the gays, and I'm all for it. They keep her busy. They have similar interests as her. But we watch a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race in my house.
Sure,
it's the #1 show. If RuPaul's listening, I would like to be a judge because they have celebrity judges, and my girlfriend should dig that. That would be bigger than anything I've ever done. Judge on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Hold on. Yeah, right now, everyone, Twitter, RuPaul, Jim Jefferies. That's Jefferies, Jefferies. Jim Jefferies must be a guest on Celebrity Drag Race. Is that what it's called?
Not Celebrity Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, they're all celebrities to me.
Not a lot of them are rich. No. So anyway, she wanted to meet other people with babies. That's the thing that women want to do, and they meet other people with babies. Now, I came across walking the child around the block. It's a hilly block. I do it for exercise. And I was walking around, and I saw a gay guy that lives 5 houses down. He was flaming, right, with a baby. Now, I investigated a bit more. I walked a bit more. Maybe this is an uncle and a niece situation. Maybe he's just a family friend that comes over. So the next time I see him again, and I go, hi, do you live here? He goes, yeah, me and my daughter have just moved in here. I can only do Andy Dick, right? Me and my daughter have just lived in here. And I went, and it's just the two of you? Do you have a boyfriend or something? Because it was quite obvious he was gay. He goes, no.
What he was like? Boyfriend?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
It was just the two of them, right? So I come back to Kate, my girlfriend.
Right. So it was just the one gay guy and his daughter.
He's had a surrogate, and he's had the kid. I hope he's not listening. But anyway, he's a nice man. And I won't name him.
You hope RuPaul is.
Yeah.
You hope your wife isn't. You hope the gay guy isn't. We're going to keep a tally.
Yeah. My girlfriend listens. She knows all these things. So I come back to Kate, and I'm like, Kate, I found a gay guy. He has a baby. This is everything you've ever dreamed of.
Ooh.
Right? So Kate was automatically not like, fuck you, I'll find my own friends. Kate was like, awesome. How can I meet him? And I said, well, he's sort of in his front yard a bit. If you keep walking, and also they'll get rid of the bit of the baby weight, so plus.
Yeah, she's pretty big.
Yeah, so... You haven't seen her. She is though. No, I'm joking. No, she's not. She's looking great.
Gorgeous.
She's doing a great job. Anyway, so she's walking. I go, you keep walking around the block? He lives in that house. I drove by the house and went, that's where you got to go, right? Now, her and the gay guy and the baby.
That's where you got to go. She's buying pot.
Right.
That's the house.
And they've cracked up a conversation, and now they hang out during the day. And my son Hank goes down there for swimming lessons. with the gay guy in the
Is there
door.
a pool?
They have a pool. No, it's not. It's not just like a inflatable thing filled with cum.
I thought it was just on his carpet. Do it. Move your arms.
Yeah, try to blow bubbles.
Not like this. Flop around on Jim's mom's tits.
So this brings me. I was talking to you about just before we started that
Maddie's gonna throw up. Hold on,
Matty boy. I listened to your
vomiting.
show.
Hey, Matty.
And so I listened to your show, Jay Mohr's. I actually listened to it as a fan now. I think of calling in every now and again, but I'm in my car.
Please call in.
But I do. I listen to your show every morning. I work in an office now because I'm writing the show. That won't be forever, but at the moment...
Legit season 2.
Season 2. So from 9 till 10, I'm in my car, and you're on the air then, right? So I enjoy that. And I listen to you, and then I was outraged with all your... It's not me, it's we chat. Occasionally, it's fucking you. You know what I mean?
No, it's... Yeah.
Just tell them to fuck off. I'll tell you what it's about. Anyway, right? You have this communist radio show where everyone's allowed opinion, right? So... Right, which is weird because communist regimes you're actually not allowed to say too much, but everyone's got a fair share.
Socialist radio, everyone gets the same opinion. Everyone's the host.
Yeah, is everyone getting paid the same as you?
No,
they're not. Everyone's the host.
But that's not the message, Jim. I think you missed the message entirely.
Anyway, you had this one bit where you were like agreeing when that black basketball player came out.
Jason Collins,
and I've been following his career.
He's your new neighbor giving swim lessons to Hank.
He's doing great. Yes, he's a wonderful swimming coach. He has a long pool. Anyway, so for all the gay orgies, not for the height. Anyway, so what happened was...
Oh, my God. You are fucking money in the bank.
I was listening to you talking about Jason Collins, and you were going, the first man in professional sport to ever come out as being gay, right? Because obviously there's lots of women. We expect that from
While he was active, in all fairness.
While he was active.
There's been other guys that have been retired and then come out and women after the fact.
Yeah, but not true.
All right.
In Australia, there's a guy called Ian Roberts.
Ian Roberts, the gay rugby player?
Gay rugby league player.
You know why I didn't mention that? You texted it to me during the show. Nobody gives a shit about rugby.
Fucking Google this cunt, right?
You Google this cunt.
Anyway, Ian Roberts, at the height of his career, came out as gay. Not just gay, as fucking flaming. Now, he was a front rower, right? As big as they get, 6'8", built like a brick shithouse. Right?
Everything you just said sounded like euphemisms for gay. He was a front rower.
I'll tell you how. If he tried to rape you, you wouldn't resist. You just think, let's get through this.
Let me get a picture of this guy. Right? Ian Roberts. Yeah, he's a good-looking dude, man.
Yeah, and he did it, and he played for Australia. He played at the highest level. Now you got to remember, this is a sport that's very popular in England as well. It's a popular sport. I know it's not played out here, right? But he did it. He came out right now. This is 2 days before you announced this on the radio. This kid, when I was a kid, he was like a hero to me. I had a poster of him on my wall before, even after I knew. He used to beat the shit out of cunts, man. Like just fucking getting to brawls where he hospitalized fuckers, right? He was awesome. Anyway.
And he's an actor. He's been in Little Fish with Cate Blanchett.
This is it. Wait, I'm walking around Rock and Roll Ralph's on Sunset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the best one.
That's the one where the porn stars go. Everything's a bit sluttier and there's a lot of
neck tattoos.
A lot of neck tattoos. So that's my local Ralph's. So I was walking around Ralph's.
By the way, it's like a fucking. I know where you live.
It is. That's the nearest Ralph's.
It's not.
I have a nearer Whole Foods, but that's my nearest Ralph's.
All right.
I'm not rich like you. I can't go to Whole Foods all the time.
All right.
But when anyway, So I'm walking along, this big fucking muscular cunt's walking along with his trolley, right? And I lost my shit as the only other Australian in Rock and Roll Ralph's. And I went, Ian Roberts, like that. And he came up and he was talking in an American accent, right? And I'm like, Ian, I was a big fan of yours. You played for Manly for years. I love you. Like that, right? And he goes, oh, you're Australian. I'll stop putting the accent on because he's an actor in Hollywood.
He is enormous. He's bigger than like a heavyweight fighter big. And there's some like him with his cock bulging and these little baby blue underpants photos. Oh, yeah. He's a good-looking dude.
Good-looking guy.
But if that guy was going to rape you, why would you resist?
No, well, I wouldn't, but other people are homophobic. Anyway, so I went, Ian Roberts, and I mentioned games that I'd been to and things that I'd seen him do throughout his career and all that type of stuff. This guy was the Rosa Parks of fucking...
of gay
sport. Right? Like, you can talk about, like, this guy was the best. right?
Yeah.
So
Wait, Rosa Parks was the best at what?
at being black or something? I don't know.
She's many award-winning black.
Have you ever seen Rosa Parks movies where she dresses like a fat white man? They're hysterical.
Which Wayans was Rosa Parks? Was it Sean?
It was It was Keenan. Keenan doesn't do as much work these days, but he's too busy being rich. Anyway, so what happened was, so I went up and I'm like Ian Roberts, blah 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 blah, and then he goes to me. He goes. So you on holiday out here, mate? Right?
Oh.
And I went, no. And then I gave my CV, my fucking curriculum vitae, right? I went, nah, I'm a comedian. I've got my own TV show, right? And Ian Roberts is a struggling actor, not the fucking world-class athlete he was when I was a kid, went, take my number if you've got any roles. And so then me and Ian Roberts are texting back and forth like my gay icon. I'm just there going, geez. And now at the moment I'm trying to write a role for maybe him being like a bouncer or a security guy or something because he's so massive, right? It's hard to write for the massive. Anyway, then 2 days.
No, it's not.
2 days.
Bouncer, bodyguard.
Yeah, but not great parts. They get stereotyped. Anyway, so then, you never make them the love interest, do you? They go, this is your love interest, 7 foot tall black guy. He's your love interest. That never happened. Maybe Grown Ups 2. I see Shaq's in it. I haven't seen the film. That might be what happens.
Probably not as good as the book.
Grown Ups 2?
Yeah.
Have you seen
Page
3?
turner.
It really picks up, though.
But that's the prequel.
Yeah, the prequel.
All right,
prequel
go ahead.
We're not,
so you're
not grown up.
You're sexting your gay icon.
I'm not sexting. I'm like chatting rugby.
Did you ever tell your gay neighbor that you know?
I told Kate, and Kate started Googling him, and Kate's exact words were, maybe we can all be friends. You know, so
You're
anyway.
like, sure.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
I'm in.
This guy, I want him around the house all the time. So anyway.
You're like me with the gays. It's all systems go. Let's hang out.
I ring my dad, right, and I go, Dad, you won't guess who I've just met. I've just had a chat. I've got Ian Roberts' phone number. And he goes, oh, yeah, the gay bloke. Yeah, good footballer. But he's still... For my dad, his career started with gay and ended with football. So anyway, then 2 days later, the big black fella, the basketballer, Jason Collins, he comes out as gay, and I'm hearing you just forgetting about the work that Ian Roberts has already done in the world.
No, I didn't forget it, Jim. I was completely
the first
ignorant
gay
to it.
male athlete. And I text you right away, and you didn't correct yourself on the air. You didn't go, Jim Jefferies just sent me a text. There's another gay guy in Australia.
Because you're right. You know what? Next time we talk about openly gay guys, I give you my word. I'll talk about Ian Roberts.
The
gay rugby player that sexts you.
I don't know about sexting. But he did it in the middle of his career, still played for Australia and everything like that, and got a lot of fucking flack. There was moments where he had blood coming out of him where people didn't want to get in scrums with him because of all the AIDS scares.
I would lick the blood.
I did. I don't know what that means. It's the quickest thing that could come out of my mouth. And
Listen, here's what comes out of my mouth. It made me feel great.
But then then there was a caller who came in and went, I don't know why Jason Collins is talking about this in Sports Illustrated when it's not a sport issue. And you went, well, maybe that's right. Maybe that is the other side of the coin. No, that's fucking stupid. When else is Jason Collins getting interviewed by Sports Illustrated? What, they wanted to chat about his 3 points a game?
That's true.
This was a big issue they wanted to talk to him about. The only reason, if you want to be angry at someone, be angry at Sports Illustrated. If you're a homophobe, go just cover sports. Don't talk about sexuality, right?
Yeah.
But don't come out the guy for fucking talking about it.
I have to talk about it because it's national news on the cover of USA Today.
Yeah.
And I had his fiancée on the phone.
I always love that he has a twin brother.
Yeah, and he's not gay, and he said he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't even know. But then there's got to be a lot of times where he's in clubs and he has to go, no, I'm the other one.
What kind of clubs?
Just normal clubs where guys might come up to him.
Hey, fucking gay guy.
No, not that. Like, guys want to hit on him. I don't think you'd say that.
But why would a straight guy be going to a gay club?
Because it's...
Think it through, Jim, for fuck's sake.
Happy hour, cheap drinks, I don't know.
God, Jim.
Are you now saying to me that gay guys shouldn't go into straight clubs? Rosa Parks would be turning in her fat man white suit right now.
I thought you meant the other way around. I thought you meant the straight brother was going to gay clubs and being confused for the gay brother.
Ah, yeah. Well, you never partied in gay clubs?
Oh, of course I did. I'm an alcoholic.
It's the best place to pick up girls. And they run later. People are really nice to you.
People buy you drinks.
People buy you drinks.
They're like, what are you doing? We're all going to do bumps in the bathroom. Come with us.
What
Like,
I love
I
about
don't have to pay for anything.
The gay community, they don't give up sometimes. If you go, oh, no, I'm straight. They're like, you sure? I'm like, I was pretty sure, but now you're so convincing.
Michael wants to see his purchase on Amazon. Go to jmohr.com, click the Amazon banner. Instead of having it say Amazon on your toolbar, see, I got AOL,
Yeah.
I got CBS Fox Sports,
Sure.
I got YouTube up here, I got Jack Slack's Bleacher Report. He writes about the fights, right?
No one ever puts the porn straight up there.
Yeah.
Most watched thing on the internet, no one ever has it as their homepage.
That is odd. No one has like you jizz cockfuck on their toolbar.
Yeah, because I use it a lot. You know that bit where you break up with a girl, and then there's that wonderful fucking 2 months where you're not really where you're just fucking chicks and you don't want to date anybody because you're just broken up with someone. And your computer's like, you know what? I might not delete my history. I might just leave that up there. When I open my computer, there'll be porn already on the screen. This is the freedom I'm living in right now.
I like when Chris Rock says when you're jerking off, he goes, you know that ain't no one home, jerk.
Yeah. I was in a hotel just this weekend, St. Louis, next to the Pageant Theatre. A wonderful gig. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
How many seats?
1,300.
Wow, that's great. That's fun. That's perfect size, right?
And hotel blocked porn.
Yeah, a lot of them don't carry it, I suppose.
And you're like, well, who is this people to make this judgment call? Then they still sell it on the TV. They still sell it on their little, their in-room, buy some porn, buy a movie.
That's what you meant.
No, they blocked porn on the computer, on the Wi-Fi.
I know, that seems like INS styles.
Yeah, that's fucking communist shit. This isn't the America I've grown to love.
No, it's not Jim Jefferies. You know who loves America? Michael. If I get his goddamn last name, why do you got to take the Lord's name in vain, JJ? I know his email address, but I don't want to give that out.
I forget you're religious from time to time.
Oh, it doesn't matter. God damn it and all that stuff. I've already broken 6 commandments. I've murdered.
Really?
I've stolen.
Yeah.
Taken the Lord's name in vain. I've forsaken my
I've got to
parents.
say, I've never, ever seen you covet. And I'm impressed by that.
No, I don't covet.
Coveting is one of the worst ones.
And the most common. But I don't covet. You're right. You're right. I'm glad you picked that out.
You're not a coveter.
I don't covet shit. I don't want anything. I don't give. The grass isn't greener.
I've been known to covet.
I'm on some green grass right here, not on the other side. Listen, instead of having it say Amazon.com on your toolbar, clear your cookies, have it say jmohr.com. You get the website. You get the podcast right now that you're listening to. You can listen to this right now at jmohr.com when you go home. All my stand-up dates, all that type of things. Also, you click the Amazon banner. I get a kickback. We pay our appearance fees to our guests.
Do I get a fee for this?
No, we're starting next week. Sorry, Jim.
That's
Michael writes, hey, Jay Moores.
Can I get petrol money?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Check out what I just bought for my new Kindle Fire, thanks to your website. This is a personal thank you note for all the free, funny, and awesome shows you give me week after week. You have officially helped purchase a piece of my virginity back from the internet, one step at a time, Jay Moores.
That's nice.
One step at a time. Lots of love to you and the family. Michael B. from Carson, California.
That's Michael Bolton.
It is. It's Michael Bolton. He lives in Carson.
A bit of his virginity. It's just like a cut-off bit of his mullet that someone was selling on eBay.
You nailed it. Yeah. Michael B. bought a Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire, Book 1, $9.99. He said, how about this? 4,000 customer reviews. He's bought a lot of good things. So, Michael B., thank you for using the Amazon banner on jmohr.com. Jim,
I've started watching Game of Thrones. Too many tits. If I want to watch porn, I watch porn. I'm trying to follow a story.
Jim Norton had the best joke about Game of Thrones on Twitter. You know, little Jimmy?
Yeah.
He goes, every time they kiss on Game of Thrones, I just think of their awful breath with meat stuck between their teeth. No one brushed, no one flossed, no gum.
Well, it's not this world. There's dragons. We don't know what dental hygiene they have in this alternate universe.
There's little people.
Well, they're everywhere.
Really?
I played a little people's convention once.
What?
Brad Williams, the dwarf comedian.
He calls himself a midget.
Yeah, but I'm more respectful.
Did you know he did security at Disneyland?
But that's like when black people say the N-word. He can say that. I can't say that.
What's the N-word? Nigeria?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Nice man. It's the one I use. Anyway, so he said, and it was Tanya Lee Davis, who's another dwarf comedian, female comedian.
Tammy Lee.
I thought it was Tanya Lee.
Tanya Lee. So, yeah, blonde lady.
Redhead. But
I know what you mean. I know exactly. What you mean.
Like the fact,
she's real. Tiny.
I like the fact that you try to recognize her by her hair color. The fact that she's a dwarf on a fucking
But we've established
scooter.
that. But she's like uber tiny.
Yeah, she's itty
like
bitty.
she's half of.
She's tiny.
Brad
tiny.
Williams.
Yeah, she is.
Brad Williams pulled up in my driveway.
A rascal.
Yeah, Brad Williams pulled into my driveway in a Mini Cooper. Gets out of his car. My 2-year-old's in the lawn. You seen the size of my 2-year-old? They're almost eyeball to eyeball. My 2-year-old just staring at him like, how did this kid get a car? Same head.
What he should have been thinking is, why don't I have a car?
Well, that was the next thought.
Coveting, though.
At 3, yeah, he's a big coveter.
Yeah.
2-year-olds covet the shit out of the whole planet. So you played a little person convention?
Yeah, it was at the Marriott Hotel in Anaheim, the convention hall. And so I went along, and it was not just like... The wonderful thing about it was every walk of life midget there. So you had like gangster-looking ones, hip-hop-looking ones. You had like nerdy ones. You had like... There was little porn star-looking ones that you can tell, like trampy.
Hold on a second.
Right.
How? Shut up, man.
There was fucking...
How does a midget look like a porn star?
Just slutty clothes and the porn star head, and because I recognized them from porn.
And from Ralph's.
Yeah, from Ralph's. They were riding on Ian Roberts' back to be able to see over the aisles.
But you'd never let me know. You don't leave shit on the ground. When Jim Jefferies leaves the comedy stage, there ain't a crumb on the ground. I love it.
So anyway, I go along, and there's the big foyer of this hotel, and there's just dwarf kids. And by the way, dwarf kids, fucking adorable, right? They're so cute. It makes you not want to have a real one. Like, if you see a dwarf kid, you're thinking that's what they're meant to look like. That thing's a beautiful child. Right? So they're riding around on, like, BMXs and scooters and shit.
In the hotel?
In the foyer. Now, if a regular-sized kid does that, some hotel manager went, hey, no riding bikes in the bloody foyer. Like that, because the hotel manager's Australian.
But they're so magical.
No, but because they're little kids, it's just like nervous staff, like... All right, the dwarfs are on scooters because this is a 1-foot tall human, right? The dwarfs are having a ride. All right, good luck to you. No one step on them, and they just let them ride around. They just have a freedom. Now, the thing is, now Brad told me a beautiful thing about it. So I'm staying there with Brad. And I'm talking to Brad, and because I did the gig, I get to go into the disco, and full-size body people weren't allowed into the disco afterwards. But I was allowed in because I was in. But like a lot of the security were like, because you'd get people going in there to stare, which was what I was going in there to do. But I did a show, so I was allowed to go in and stare. And I went in, and there's just I'm talking 700 of them all dancing, and I could see.
How many
is
that in regular size?
Well, a couple of them were like
100?
three tall in a trench coat, and I count that as one.
Okay,
because they were dressing up.
Okay, Blackburn.
So anyway. I'm seeing, and then Brad's, they all reach full height at about 11 or 10. They reach their full fucking height that they're going for.
That seems actually late to me.
Well, there's like it's all different. There's like over 100 different types of dwarfism. There's different conditions and stuff. But they reach their extreme height at a very young age,
like ripping out of their trousers and shirt height.
I said to Brad, Brad,
wait, is he at the gig with you?
He's at the gig with me. He performed with me. I was the only full body.
You had to open for Brad, right?
No, I closed.
You followed a little person at a little person?
Yeah. And I started off with that. Your kids are adorable. I'm going to steal one. I started off with that, and then I did some jokes and stuff like that, and they said, don't use the M word, because they're not allowed to...
Midget.
You weren't allowed to use midget. That was the one request at the gig, and I stuck to that as well. Anyway, so... I'm there with
Corporate
Brad.
Shill.
I'm there with Brad.
For that midget money.
And I said, I don't... See, like, for me personally, I don't fancy Asian chicks, right? I know I'm going to sound like Jonathan Mayer here talking about my white supremacist cock, but this is... there's other races I'm into, but Asian chicks have never really done it for me. It's just a thing.
Yeah, well,
But I always have a mate. I have a mate who's really into Asian chicks, right? And whenever he has an Asian chick, he's like, check out that one. And I can't tell. I'm like, is that a good one or is that a bad one? I don't know. I don't know what the upper echelon of Asian is.
Like Curry.
Yeah, like is she like a stunning one?
Yeah. I guess. Olivia Munn.
I know I'm sounding bad. I sound like Paula Dean in a car right now. But I'm.
You know what I realized? Every upper echelon Asian I named is only half Asian.
Yeah. Well, no, I like the half.
Lucy Liu is half Chinese, half
that
Japanese.
Lucy Liu doesn't do it for me. I don't see the Lucy Liu appeal.
You know what I like Lucy Liu the most is when she's chopping off the fucking guy's head in Kill Bill. I'm like, that's pretty hot if you had a chick cut a guy's head off. If she could run down and go, anybody else have any fucking questions?
That's a very exact thing you fancy there.
No, I don't fancy it. I just think if I was going to go way of the
so
Asian...
you like Asians when they're a bit samurai-ish.
Not a bit. Full on. Holding the man. His eyes are still looking around as she's still talking shit.
So for me, I don't dislike Asian people or anything like that. It's just not a thing for me.
It's not your bag,
but
baby.
But then when I'm in with the dwarfs, I'm also not a big dwarf fucker. Not a bit. We've all done it. Anyway, so I'm standing there, right, and there's all the dwarfs there, and I'm like, Brad, do you see them through different eyes? Are you looking around like that's a hot dwarf, that's a hot dwarf? And he goes, yeah, I can see some cute dwarfs around here, right? And there was one slutty one that I sort of went, yeah, I can see that one. That one's all right. And then I said, so point out the hot ones for me. Point out the ones where you're going, I want to fuck. Because the only reason they have the Little People Convention is so they can all fuck each other. It's so that
make more.
We're all on a level playing field. Let's fucking, So he's pointing. He's pointing out different ones. And Brad, and he'll testify that he said this to me. Brad said, the worst thing is... No, I said, how old's that one? He goes, I don't know. That's the biggest problem. You'll be in one of these discos, and because it's like fucking everyone's there, the kids, everyone, because it's the dwarf convention, you'll spend 20 minutes talking to a girl before you go, you're 7. You know what I mean? Before you'll go, oh, you're a child. Anyway, good luck with everything. And that's dwarf on dwarf action, they can't tell.
I thought we were at a rave because you're wearing a Dora the Explorer sweatshirt.
Yeah, I thought you were dressed ironically.
Thank you. That's the joke I meant to say, you fucking brilliant cock. You motherfucker, Jim. You're so goddamn funny.
Anyway.
Like, I do the joke, and then I'm like, that's not exact, but it's like just what was in my riff gun at the moment. And then you just take a look at it and go, she wasn't dressed. I thought you were dressed ironically. And I'm like, oh, damn it, Jefferies.
They also, I'm a big pinball guy. I love pinball. And they had this little area full of video games and stuff that they hide for the dwarf kids in one of the rooms. Like, it was a full dwarf paradise, right? And and the thing was, so I go in, they've got the Twilight Zone pinball machine, one of the great pinball machines of all time. It was one of the original wide bodies.
Yeah, dude.
It's original wide body, so it means it's a little bit wider than the other pinball machines. But that means that for dwarf children, takes 2 of them to play a pinball machine because their arm span isn't big enough. It's a lot of like shifting your whole body.
Yeah, it's a wide body.
Yeah. So if you're ever holding a dwarf convention, go for one of the original size pinball machines. It's cruel to put a wide body in there.
Did you stay the night or did you drive home after that?
It was only Anaheim, so I came home. But I had a good time.
And the hotel turned off the internet.
I don't remember if it was a lot of pay or anything like that. I did it more for, Brad's my buddy as well. Brad's in legit. Like, I'm friends with the guy.
Brad's a good dude. We just signed him and Adam Ray are on fakemustache.com. They're in the crew
guys.
Now. Right. I think I would have stayed. My wife would have insisted. She would have you know this. She would have insisted we stay.
Just to watch your child in a dwarf mud wrestle?
Oh, well, no one's beating my kid in a wrestling match. I don't know if you've seen him.
These dwarfs have a good center of gravity. It's very hard to tip over. Remember those little like blow up things that you punch and it always came straight back up? That was based on a dwarf.
Yeah, but the dwarves don't have sand in their feet. That thing had sand in it.
No, it was just blow up. It had like a water weight or something. I don't know.
Sand or water, yeah. But I think you got to stay the night to hear how drunk they get and who parties who. And then you're going to hear people having sex in the next room.
Or just to stay on the floor to help them all into their rooms. Can you imagine how... Because you know how hard it is to slip that key in? And if you do it on an angle, you got to do it exactly right. You can't do it from an upward motion.
Yeah, and if you're drunk, it's hard to get that thing anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's all these drunk 7-year-olds that no one asked for ID from.
Oh, you're 7. Dear Jay, says Jeff Thielen, love the podcast. Between you, Marin, and the Nerdist crew, I actually enjoy my commute now. Taking the family camping, bought a bike carrier on Amazon through your link. It's not a truckload of TVs, but it's a start. Looking forward to seeing you at the Pabst Theater. Oh, yeah. August 16th, Jim Jefferies, Pabst Theater, Milwaukee.
I'm going to make an announcement here of a gig that I got coming up. Because
August 7th. Let me just get my other plug in. I got 3 plugs. Ready? By the way, that was Jeff Thielen. He used the Amazon link on jmohr.com. August 3rd.
Drives a prison bus.
Me and Adam Carolla.
That's why his commute was so stressful.
Me and Adam Carolla, August 3rd at the Wiltern Theater.
The Ace Man.
Yeah, he's the
That'd
best.
Be fun.
August 16th, Pabst Theater in Milwaukee. Next night, August 17th, Royal Oak Theater in Detroit. Please come see me do stand-up comedy. Jim, go.
Okay, I'm doing the Oddball Comedy Festival for only. I
have a story about this. Go ahead.
I'm doing San Diego, I'm doing Irvine, I'm doing Vegas, and I'm doing San Francisco. But that's not the gig I want to plug because I get paid regardless on that one.
Oh, okay.
Because it's 30,000 people. And
I'm playing. Can I talk about Oddball real quick?
Yeah.
I'm doing stand-up live. Do you know the dates in September that I'm in Phoenix?
I don't, not offhand.
Let me see if it's on my website.
I think I'm doing the Phoenix one as well. That is one that
And because it wasn't guys. Like if it was you, I would have went. That's going to be tough. Bottom line is the Oddball thing is
it's all sold out, man.
Already, yours is?
Oh no, it's not me. It's fucking Dave Chappelle and Fly the Conchords that are
Dave Chappelle, man. I'm rich, bitch. It was a whole. I'm in shit. I'm trying to fucking talk at the same time. Jim Jefferies, you fucker, would you listen to me? I'm at Stand Up Live in Phoenix. Okay, September 19th.
Right.
You with me?
Sure.
September 19th through the 22nd.
Why don't we do a show together? I want to be like Corolla.
We could do big ass theaters, you and I together.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let's fucking do it.
All right.
I'll call Frosty as soon as we're done. Stand Up Live, real quick. I got to get this out. Phoenix, September 19th, September 22nd. That's the weekend after the Oddball comedy thing. And they go, do you want to move it around? Because it's kind of like a weird. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Because I feel like it's counter. I don't think you're on. You're definitely not on the Phoenix one.
Yeah.
Because it was a group of comics where I went, you know what? Fuck it. I think I draw a different crew than those people draw. I got the sports show. Hopefully they'll come out. So I'm staying by it. I always like playing Buffalo, like when the Sabres are in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup and going, fuck it, let's do it.
I'm doing Atlantic City this weekend, and this is a podcast will probably come out after I've already done it.
It will.
But I'm doing the Borgata, and there's a 4,000-seat venue, and then there's a 1,200-seat venue that I was playing. And they were like, well, we don't know if you're going to sell it because Seinfeld's doing the 4,000 at the same time in the same fucking building.
No, you'll sell it.
Sold it.
Yeah, you will. It's 999 seats. The Jewel Box, whatever it's called. Music Box Theater.
Music Box Theater.
Yeah,
I think I'm doing 2.
You doing 2 of them?
Yeah.
Fucker. So,
anyway, November 8th or 9th, it is just about to be announced. And by the time it's out here, and we're going to sell tickets, Carnegie Hall. It's 8th or the 9th, whatever the Saturday
I'd love to do that with you.
No, I've already booked it in.
You just asked me.
I'll tell you my Carnegie Hall story.
What? Whoa. You just said to me.
Future bookings, not bookings I've already got in the book.
What's September? The fucking past? You stuttering fucking prick.
November.
Well, you gonna play? You can do it again in November?
No, I'm doing it in November. November 8th or 9th, whatever the Saturday is. I can't remember the exact date.
You got who's opening for you at Carnegie Hall?
I don't know yet. I haven't picked my guy yet. I'll probably someone. You don't live in New York. I'll give some New York guy
a fucking Carnegie Hall.
You'll do it one day. Just keep working.
That ship done sailed, baby.
So anyway, I get the call from I'm in Australia. I've just done some shows in Australia, and I'm sitting next to my father, and I go to my dad. I said, Dad, I'm booked. I'm playing Carnegie Hall, and they went, oh yeah. I said, Dad, I think I'd like to fly you out. And I'd like you to come and see this. And my dad went, but I saw your show last night. And I went, well, Dad, it's not me you're seeing. It's the experience of your son being in Carnegie Hall. And my dad went, will you be doing new stuff?
Oh, my God.
So to you Americans, it's a big name. To my dad, he doesn't know what the fuck Carnegie Hall is.
It's like the Sydney Opera House.
Well, yeah. You could. The Sydney Opera House is a very small room. You could play that whenever you want.
Thanks.
No, it is small. It was too small for me on this last trip.
How big is small for you?
No, it's like 800 seats, but I did like a 1,300 seat venue, and you know what I mean. It's just there's the big room, the concert hall, which is like 2,000 seats, but you wouldn't want to play the concert hall because it's got like a weird back and a really high roof, and it's just not. It's only good for fucking people on violin or what have you. I feel like I've upset you now.
Oh no, I don't give a shit. I think it's hilarious. I'm happy that you. What I like about you is. You can sell so many tickets in so many different countries, and that's entirely unique. And I envy it. Not envy it in jealousy.
I'm not extremely famous in any of them. It's.
No, I don't covet because I'm happy for my friend.
No, he's happy. He didn't seem
Is
angry.
it something I would like to do? Sure. Would I be able to actually fly to England and do engagements? No, because I'm sucking from the corporate teat at Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah, but it's a great gig, man.
Yours or mine?
Yours.
Oh, okay.
It's you're killing it, right?
No, I do. I love it to death. And they do let me out to do all because now I do a lot of corporate gigs too. And that's where the money is because
your show's popular though, right?
It's a huge hit.
You're getting ratings.
150 affiliates in the first 4 months. It's like
you're killing it. My TV show sold to 8 countries. There's a lot of countries. That's not many.
No, that's good.
We're in fucking Norway and Sweden. It's fucking the show's about to start in Australia on
You're
July.
not complaining.
No, it's all right.
I'll kick you in your fucking dick.
It's all right, but I just...
What's season 2 like?
Season 2...
Because I don't know what that's like, season jerk.
Season 2 is going to be similar to season 1.
No, I mean, what's it like when they say, you're picked up for season 2?
What happened to Gary? Did he get married? Is that what ended the show?
We don't know because it got canceled, Jim.
You've had other shows. You've had like 20.
Gary on Marriage, the longest it went. It was 2 seasons.
Let's do Jerry Maguire 2.
Okay.
And you can be like
you
the
play
guy.
Ian Roberts.
I'll play Ian Roberts.
But you better start running around the block.
Be like, we got a lot of endorsements. You can't come out. And I'll be like, fuck you.
You're like,
and then I'll be like, show me the cock. And then I'll do a dance.
Yeah, I'm into it. But you didn't finish the story about why it'd be good to be gay for domestic disputes.
I can't remember the routine. I'm not.
Because you could slap your husband in the fucking face. You could get rid of any argument by simply fist fighting in the living room.
Yeah, you could just punch your boyfriend.
You can't slap your wife.
No.
But if it's 2 guys, you want me to do it for you?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it for it's
just do it. I don't remember it.
I didn't see it. My wife saw it.
We're at a stalemate here, man.
She just said if you're in a fight with your boyfriend, you could just crack him in the face.
Yeah.
And he's not going to call the cops.
Yeah.
He's just going to get ice and say, you know what, I was out of line. I'm sorry. That's all. It was that. That's what was leading you into the whole time.
Sorry. I didn't tell the joke for a long time.
The baby, how does he sleep at night? Is it like 20 minutes of new material? In fear?
I said this is. I really believe this. Having a baby, people try to freak you out, is way easier than a coke habit. Because I had a coke habit on and off for years, and at least it's not me who wakes up crying anymore. You know, I can sleep through other people's tears. I've had girlfriends. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like white noise, another person crying.
Have you ever slept through your baby crying?
I do. My girlfriend gets up. I don't even know it's happened. It's not through any fault. I just sleep through it.
That's what happens in my house every night. I'll wake up in the morning. I go, he slept good. And my wife looks at me. She's like holding a cup of coffee with bags in her eyes. She got vomit on her shirt. She goes, oh, yeah? You think so?
And the women folk get angry about the whole thing.
They're wired. They hear the kid cry as he opens his mouth to cry. Whereas like you and I have to like come around.
Yeah, yeah.
My kid goes, when?
My kid's a good sleeper, but he just got some teeth. And he's finding them some frustrating things to have poking out of his skin. Imagine the first teeth, like having something just fucking piercing through your mouth. Like, holy fuck, what is this thing? And
how do you know your kid's not a dwarf?
Well, he's not a dwarf.
How do you know?
Because he's got a regular sized forehead.
Do I have a regular sized forehead?
You look like the biggest dwarf on earth. You do. Now that I see it. You are the Jason Collins of dwarfs.
A 6-foot dwarf? Is that Russell?
What?
What's the actor's name? His band.
Russell Crowe, 6 foot of grunt or something.
Oh,
the Crow, which I can't imagine he was good in his band after watching him in Les Mis.
I thought he was good in Les Mis.
We will hold it to the bone.
Let's all make believe you didn't just know the fucking words.
I love musical theater. I'll tell you where my life.
Now I know why you're walking the kid up the block.
I'll tell you where my life is. Right, I studied musical theater at university. I will fight you if it's not a great medium of entertainment.
All right, let's break down musical theater.
Sure.
No one would expect Jim Jefferies and Jay Mohr.
I know musical
at Jay
theater.
Mohr 37.
I
at
chat
Jim
with.
Jefferies.
I'm going to drop a name here. My musical theater buddy that I chat to about musicals is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew loves musicals as well, and I'm West Side Story's coming out here to LA, and I'm thinking of asking him and his wife on a double date. It's weird. I don't know if I should take the relationship to this level.
You should. But it starts and ends with Sondheim.
Sondheim, yeah.
No one's better.
What was his best musical?
Sweeney Todd. Oh, no.
Follies, Company.
I like Company a lot, but The Making of Company is a really good documentary.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair?
I like. I'm getting married.
Lost on the ground, me and Mitter. Oh, it's lovely.
I'm getting married, and when Carol Burnett did it, they had to slow it down because it's too fast and too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You know the super fast. I'm getting married. Get the thing, get the ring, because I'm getting married. And it goes on and on and on. And when Carol Burnett did it, she was 75. And she said you got to slow it down a little bit. And Stephen Sondheim's never changed anything for anybody, but for Carol Burnett.
Well, I don't know. He's never fucked a vagina. That would be a big change for him.
No, he had to have by average. Just by accident, you fall into one.
Yeah, true.
Just hiking through the Himalayas.
I'm a big fan of. I like the old school.
You're in a vagina, Matty. Get out of there.
I like West Side Story. I like My Fair Lady. I like all the classics.
My Fair Lady's the worst.
My Fair Lady's great. When you get the Julie Anthony recording, knock that shit. Knock that shit with fucking.
How could people make fun of Dick Van Dyke doing that bad Cockney accent and like My Fair Lady?
Wait a minute, they're not getting... That was what's her name who did it? The fucking Audrey Hepburn.
It's terrible.
She was also American.
Oh, say,
she was that. Julie Anthony should have done the role. She did it on Broadway with Rex Harrison, was on the recording, one of the greatest musical recordings of all time, and then they wanted to bring in that fucking Audrey Hepburn, that fucking dick. You know the problem with Audrey Hepburn? She is the last resort for fucking chicks who have no style about them. You ever seen those chicks that are like, I got a picture of Audrey Hepburn on my wall.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, that picture of her like staring through the window at Tiffany's. Yeah, you're really into classics, sweetheart. Yeah, now tell me how you're a fucking photographer now that the digital age has come in, you useless cunt.
I gotta tell you, I really think Sweeney Todd is the top. I've given it a second thought since you said the others.
Joanna's a good song.
Joanna.
Yeah. Buried deeply in your yellow hair.
And the Butcher and all those people. I think I saw Sweeney Todd on Broadway with, I think it was Michael Cyrus. Does that sound familiar to you?
I saw the Australian opera production of it.
Help me. Michael Cyrus?
I don't know.
He's a bald guy. And Patti LuPone played the mom. But everyone plays their own instruments. There was no orchestra. Everyone in the play, in the Sondheim and Sweeney Todd.
It was like when Gary Busey did Buddy Holly.
It was exactly like that, except without
That's not
Gary.
a bad movie.
No, it's not bad at all.
That was before he was... So I watched Gary Busey on The Apprentice, and everyone's like, that guy's an idiot. I'm like, no, he's retarded. He's had brain damage.
He fell off his motorcycle.
His motorcycle made his brain smash out onto the street, and they matched
What if
it
he
back
was a
in.
dwarf? Have you ever seen a dwarf on a motorcycle? That's a very good question. I don't think I ever have.
Which is weird, because the accelerator...
Matty Boy got so excited.
The accelerator's on the handle, so you think they would do it that way.
I actually have seen a dwarf on a motorcycle.
Who was it?
I don't know him personally.
Little Fonzie?
Yes.
Was it at the circus, or was it regular roads?
No, this is real.
Cop monkey dwarf?
No, it was real. And
Did it have a chimp head wearing an outfit?
No, where did you see a dwarf on a motorcycle? I'm going to Google search dwarves on motorcycles.
I was in a parking garage.
Full-size motorcycle. None of these little mini motorcycles.
No,
it was mini. You can't ride a full-size motorcycle.
Why not?
Why
It's just
not?
handlebars, why not?
Put pedals on that shit.
They can drive full-size cars.
You've got to shift with your foot on a motorcycle. And
Yeah. What about a
Same with a
moped?
car.
Could they do a moped? Mopeds have got no feet action.
Okay, so look, I saw this little motorcycle in a parking garage, and I said, and it had a license plate on it, and I thought this must be a child's motorcycle, and I was,
you're
How many times do you think that guy gets pulled up, like by the cops for a stolen motorcycle?
lot.
Oh, this fucking kid's gone off on a motorcycle.
But how about Matty Boy in a parking garage goes, this little kid parks his motorcycle in here. Like, little kids are always riding motorcycles and parking underneath Lemley 5.
It was Rock and Roll Ralph.
I couldn't put it together, so I finally one day I sat there and I watched the motorcycle, and I saw a little person come out and get on it and start it up. So yes, I have seen a little person on a motorcycle.
Was it a good rumble? Like, what kind of motorcycle was it?
No,
Yeah, the motorcycle makes the noise, not the dwarf. The dwarf didn't go.
no, that was a motorcycle.
All right. Okay.
For some reason, my Google search is not letting me go dwarves on motorcycles.
It might be a euphemism for child porn or something. You don't want to look that
I
up.
hope so.
Get in trouble.
Season 2 of Legit. What guest stars are we looking at? What's happening?
Well, we haven't booked it. Well, I'm thinking Dr. Drew. I just called him Dr. Phil. Dr. Drew might be coming
Dr.
on.
Drew would be a bigger cat, in all honesty.
Dr. Drew's going to probably come on. I don't know.
He's got triplets. Don't you think that's weird?
Dr. Drew, I haven't asked him yet. I asked him on air, and he said he would, and I've written an episode with him with a little part.
Wait, let me ask you this
I
real
would
quick.
like, and I don't know if this will happen, I would like Paul Hogan to be my father in the show, if we can get him.
Can you imagine your girlfriend with 3 babies inside of her stomach?
I've done it. I wouldn't do it again. Getting them in there was difficult. We had to go get stillborns.
Oh, Jimmy.
We had to get stillborns and a poking in stick, and we upset 3 women. We upset 3 women at the hospital, and I wouldn't want to go through that again.
Triplets. Dr. Drew has triplets.
Right.
5 biker dwarves. You ready to go?
Yeah. Do they
I
have
got
a
it right
song?
here. Big Ed and the 5 biker dwarves.
All right, give us a look.
Motorcycle.
Oh,
Live.
this is a YouTube clip.
Yeah, you can go to More Stories Balls if you want to see some clips. It's in Birmingham, your neck of the woods. All right, I don't see any dwarves
All right,
so far.
there's
There's
only 4,000 hits. There's a lot of. There's a dwarf.
Oh man! Oh, it looks like a gib.
Very.
Simon, oh no, these are all off a TV show. They're all famous dwarves in Britain.
Vincent Madhog, and last but not least, Mike. Who are these people? So these are famous motorcycle dwarves?
Yeah, they've got like a TV show in Britain called It's a Small World or something.
Time out. We just had a whole thing of, have you ever seen a dwarf on a motorcycle? And when you're like, no,
they're
Maddie
not
did. And then
famous.
You go, oh yeah, this is the TV show where dwarves ride motorcycles.
No,
it's real big in England where I
They're not
live.
famous for the
What's wrong with-
motorcycle riding. They do other skits. This is just one of their sketches. They've decided to ride motorcycles for this
But
episode.
so far, like most dwarves, they're not riding the motorcycle. They're just conducting a conga line through the actual motorcycle.
I can tell you right now, I've seen a lot of dwarf conga lines.
Yeah, I don't see any motorcycle riding at all.
All right, let's talk about all the disabilities we've seen on motorcycles.
All right, I've seen
a guy with one arm. That goes without saying because he's on a motorcycle. He just lost that in an accident. I've seen, that's it, fat people. Is that a disability these days? I was in San Francisco the other day, and there was like a motorcycle convention, and you see these fucking cunts who are big fat fucks, and they got their fat fuck wife on the back, and they got that motorcycle, which is like a lazy boy recliner seat, and then the wife has a good seat, and then they have big fucking saddlebag pouches to carry shit, and then a trailer on the back of the fucking, on the motorcycle, and a cup holder, and a thing for their fucking phone to be held up. And they're like, look at this, I've got a thing for my phone, a thing for my fucking cup, a thing for my thing, and I've got this trailer. I'm going, get a fucking car. Just get a car, you're pissing me off, you fat cunt. Yeah, but I like to have the wind in my hair. Get a convertible. Stop being such a fucking dick. And like, what's the chances that that's your wife's favorite hobby as well? Like my girlfriend, I like baseball now. My girlfriend acts like she likes baseball because she likes me. How many chicks are on the back of motorcycles like, fuck, I wish I was in a car?
What is your favorite thing? What's your wife's favorite thing? Gays.
Okay, this is the thing. I don't want to say this
about this.
I don't want to say this in a public arena. But
say it here.
The problem with
private members only podcast.
The problem with women is this: women don't have hobbies. Their hobbies are themselves. It's looking good. It's getting their nails done. It's whatever. Men, we have interests. We have things we want to do with our lives, right?
George Carlin said, I have interests, not hobbies. Hobbies cost money.
Well, this is the thing. You go to any magazine stand. The men's section will look like this. Cars, movies, guns, fucking tools, fucking model aeroplanes. Anything you can fucking think of is in the men's section.
Over 60.
And the women's section is, doesn't that bitch look fat? Gossip is their interest.
Yeah.
Other people's misery is women's interests.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I do a whole bit that she wrote, and it's about people say you got to have things in common to stay married and stay together. That's not the case. If you really want to be buried next to each other in the cemetery and have people go, "Oh, that's cute, they got buried," similar hates. That is the glue that will bind you.
Yeah, true.
And my wife and I are the dynamic duo of hating everyone not in this room tonight. And then that gets everybody all riled up.
Then a dwarf
comes in on a motorcycle.
I wish I liked more people because I am the guy that gets into a car after a dinner party just going, well, they're a bunch of cunts. But then probably not. They're probably nice people who've gone about their way, and I'm a complete cunt.
I think the way you think, and that's exactly how she thinks, and then I'm the guy, it's like hanging out. It's annoying to be around me because I'm like a Labrador Retriever, like, they threw the ball. They seem cool to me.
All right.
They just kept throwing the tennis ball. I had a nice time. It's like, no, didn't you hear what she said? And the guy was just like a complete pervert, and she's a cunt, and all she wanted to do was rub her nose in the fact that their kids in this school, and you're like, well, they just kept throwing the ball, so I just kept getting it. I liked it. I thought they were nice. They threw the ball out.
My mother's big on
food.
Both my parents, I have aunties and uncles that I'd see 2 years on, 2 years off.
Yeah.
Where it's like they were close relatives, and then mum had a falling out, and now we don't speak to Auntie Susan. Turns out she's a cunt. And then a couple of years, we are family. We should all get along. And then they all fucking get back.
Your mom's
we
voice.
Get back, we all get back. Like my father and his brother, they fucking hate each other now, and they're not getting along. And
Uncle doesn't like rocks.
It was a fight over me. I did a joke about my grandmother.
He's my son.
I did a joke about my grandmother being a bit of a dick, and it was just a joke. But like he was upset because it was his mother. This is my uncle who's 70-something. He was upset that I was making jokes about his mother.
Was his house built of straw?
No, he was like he worked for the electoral office. He was like an important guy. My dad reckons that my uncle's the reason that the country's gone down the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he blames my dad for my uncle for gerrymandering.
Yeah, he gerrymanders the whole country. Yeah, no, I've heard that about your uncle.
Yeah. Oh,
Especially
he's the reason
Perth.
this country's fucking stuffed. Because Australians.
Wait, it's stuffed? That's what you say?
Stuffed, yeah, stuffed.
Instead of like down the tubes or shitty.
This whole situation's stuffed.
I love that. We're going to start working that in.
But the thing is, Australians are always going on about what a great country Australia is, but it's going down the toilet, and it's.
But it's not really.
It's not really.
It's too completely independent. It's like this great. It's an island.
I know it made me feel great. I know all the catchphrases.
I know you do, but we only use it on ourselves. It's an island, and it has ports north, east, south, west. So things just come and go.
Oh, you don't understand the bloody immigrants. Stuffing it up. You got to understand it from my dad's point of view.
Who's the worst immigrant to... In California, everyone complaining about Mexicans.
Oh, I love complaining about immigrants as an immigrant. It's so much fun to me because people don't look at me as an immigrant because I'm a white fella.
What's the big immigrant in Australia?
Asians.
Really?
Would be the big one. Yeah, we're part of Asia. It would be the Chinese are taking over this fucking country. Well, I one time had an Asian girl.
And now you're really into Asian chicks.
My father made an analogy. So I had two Asian girls at school that fancied me, and I was like, hey.
So 2 Asian girls, that didn't even equal one like average looking white girl to you?
But no, well, I was like 15, right? And
I'm just trying to get you in trouble.
And so I was like no girls fancied me, and then these 2 Asian girls fancied me. And I went to my dad. I said, these girls at school really like me. And they're like, I think one of them liked me. The other one just was a follower. And then what my dad said, he must have seen like some of like the Emperor of the Sun type of movie, right? Because I was very skinny as a child.
Christian Bale?
I was very skinny as a child. And my dad went, that's because you look like their emperor. Their emperor has a very thin face. That's the reason he thought that an Asian girl might fancy me. That's the same as me going right now to an English person going, that's because you look like the Queen. That's why men fancy you. Because you're a queenish looking person.
So what happened with the how about hold on. In this podcast, we discovered...
I'm petering off on this podcast. I've stopped being funny.
No, you're no, that's not true at all. Brilliant content, Jim Jefferies. I would let you know, and I would bail, but I never felt the need to say anything this whole time. We've discovered you'd rather fuck Ian Roberts than 2 Asian girls.
No, I never said rather.
Nah, but you made it very clear.
I've had sex with Asian girls. It's just not my thing. Like to,
I think what we've covered is between girlfriends. When you open your computer, what pops up is fat Asian women on motorcycles.
That's correct.
It's really your wheelhouse.
Fat Asian dwarves.
When you look at women, what's your thing? What type of women do you fancy?
I got one good one and I closed up shop.
Right,
man.
but what does she look like?
She's a redhead.
Yeah. So you racist against black people because you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't following.
Oh, did you say blacks?
Yeah.
Oh no. I like black people. I think you said something else.
I like a nice Spanish-looking woman.
What? To me, it's so preposterous that you have like a category that you like and don't like because you can't help who you fall in love with, right?
What is love, really?
What is love?
Yeah.
I'll let you know in about 40 minutes. I'll text you when I'm done.
Really? Is Ian Roberts coming over?
Yeah, I wish. Ian Roberts, if you're listening to this, holler.
No,
How about this? What if I get blown by Ian Roberts before you do? That would bother you.
That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, you'd go, a little bit,
You'd as long as you didn't brag about it so that I could still keep my fantasy alive.
No, I would just text you and say, you'll never guess who I let blow me.
Don't send me like a photo text. That would really kill me.
What is a photo of him? Like a photo bomb? Him like giving you the peace sign. Legit's on the TV, paused in the back.
you know what's going to happen? You're going to fucking get him on your sports show now. You're going to find this guy and bring him in just to make me upset.
Yeah, let's make that happen. Let's get Ian Roberts on. And we'll just talk about meeting Jim Jefferies at Ralph's and how Jim Jefferies is closeted.
Nothing closeted about me.
No,
I'm just a man who likes musical theater.
It is amazing. I don't think anybody knew that about you, Jim Jefferies, and I'm glad we bonded on Sondheim. And you tried to get me off of Sweeney Todd into Follies, but I wouldn't have it. Sweeney Todd is the fucking shit. It's the best.
It's all right.
What do you mean it's all right? What's better than it?
All right. Well,
a guy has to fucking chop people's heads off.
Who wrote West Side Story, the greatest musical ever?
I don't know.
See? Sondheim wrote the lyrics. That was his first ever job. He was a teenager.
I did know that because I have
Leonard
Finishing the
Bernstein.
Hat upstairs in my media room. I have the Sondheim books. I have all the songbooks.
Can you play an instrument?
No.
You should do
I'm
that.
a front man, Jim.
You're a front man?
Yeah.
Why don't you play and sing?
It's hard enough just to sing because I'm
You're a front man of what band? What is this band you're in?
Oh, you don't know my band?
No.
Asian Dwarves on Motorcycles?
Jay and the Moors.
It made me feel great.
It made me feel great, yeah.
Jim Jefferies, season 2 of Legit starts when, my friend?
I won't start till January. That's if we get it filmed in time, but it will be starting January.
You'll get it filmed in time. But in the meantime, Carnegie Hall. This is hot shit, Jimmy Jefferies.
And I'll be filming Legit at the same time.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be filming Legit, flying out that night on the Friday, out to do the gig, and then back on Sunday, and then filming again.
I speak from experience, and you will know this, and you already know this. And for other people out there, Jim's not a complainer. Neither am I when it comes to showbiz. We realize this is better than any fucking
It's the greatest job in the world.
And when you get 2 hours of sleep on that flight coming to and from Carnegie Hall, nothing more glamorous in the world than on a set, cock-tired, like, where were you last night? Ah, man, just town flight, just did Carnegie Hall last night. But whatever. That's cool.
They get you up early, though, for the shows. The recordings, it's all 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock starts. It's but I get to sit next to John Ratzenberg in makeup, and that is the cheeriest thing you'll ever be in. And
any new nuggets of wisdom by John Ratzenberger? Because you do a great impression.
He rang me up the other day, and he went, "Hey, Jim, I got an idea for my character." And I'm like, "Yeah, what?" And he goes, he used to be a spy."
And
I'm like, I've already sort of written your character in. Yeah, I'll tell you, there is going to be one scene in this upcoming episode, and if we can get Paul Hogan, it'll be great, where me, Billy, Steve, the three main characters, and John Ratzenberg, who plays Walter, and if we can get Paul Hogan, it'll be great, but the guy who's going to play my dad, Jack, we're all going to go to a rub and tug parlor and get masturbated off simultaneously by Asian women with very thin walls between us.
So you hear each other?
Yeah.
And FX is like the great home for this.
FX haven't seen this script yet.
Don't let them see it.
They wrote it the other day.
I would say don't let them see it. Write it up like you get legit massages, and then when you film it, then just put the dialogue in and like take 2.
Yeah,
I
would like to film us with 5 cameras simultaneously so we can all play off each other. But with our budget, I don't think that will happen.
I think you could split the screen, though, so you see each guy.
Oh, we're going to split the screens. Yeah, people have big TVs now. Everyone will see everything.
Everybody sees everything all the time. Jim Jefferies, go see him at Carnegie Hall. What are your dates?
It's either November 8th or 9th. It's the Saturday. Whatever one's the Saturday.
What am I, fucking Rain Man?
Yeah, definitely November 8th. Yeah, Saturday.
That's good. That's
all right. You know what I like most about it is it's timely.
Why? It's the end of the New York Comedy Festival.
I meant my Rain Man impression was timely. It wasn't. JimJefferies.com?
No, it isn't up yet. This is a new announcement. This hasn't been announced yet.
Oh, you announced it here.
Yeah,
Breaking
yeah.
news.
This is
Can
a big
I tweet
announcement.
it out?
When the show is, yeah. November.
Jim Jefferies tour. How about this? August 10th, Lincoln Theater, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
August 24th, State Theater, Minneapolis, Minnesota. How those two right there? Just fill those two rooms up for Jimmy
November
Jefferies.
9th will be. Oh,
I was off by a day.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
No, I said it was 8th or 9th, and you're going, I was off by a day. Like, that's hardly. Like, if you went, so 12th then.
But if you played along, people on the tweets would have been like, that was fucking bizarre that JJ was off by a day. Verizon Wire, let's see, September 15th, Oddball Festival's already sold out. Who gives a shit? Music. All right, listen, everybody. Did you already sell out the Music Box? But you want to add a show?
I think we're adding a show this week.
Yeah, Music Box. This will be out by then. August 10th, Lincoln Theater, Washington, D.C. If you live in Maryland, if you live in Virginia, I don't give a shit. If you're within 4 hours, make the drive. Jim's one of the greatest that ever has done it. August 24th, State Theater, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
There's not a lot of guys doing the theaters these days, really.
Can I finish?
I'm trying to compliment you.
As Chink, what does that say?
Right. That's the AK Chink Pavilion.
That's what it says.
No, that's the Funny or Die.
But why is it called the AK Chin? Chin.
Yeah.
But we both read it that way.
It actually was the AK Chinese Theater, but my web guy's racist.
So go see, how about this? Lincoln Theater, August 10th in Washington, D.C., August 24th, State Theater, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just fill those two places up. Go see Jim. Do you sell any merch, Jim?
I sell DVDs.
DVDs? Do you outside? Do you shake the hands? Tell everybody hello?
I do photos even if I'm sold out of DVDs the night before. I used to go out there and do photos.
Don't you wish we could have the balls and the temerity to simply charge $1 for a photo? We'd walk with an extra $400 a night. Because a lot of people don't really want the T-shirt or the DVD. They just want a photo and go along the way, but they stand in line for a shirt just to get the photo.
I know. I do the photo whether you buy anything or not.
I do as well, but don't you think we should be able...
I never like... This is my brother Scott.
Can we put him on speakerphone?
Sure.
Does he know who I am?
Yeah, he'll do it.
Let me answer the phone right here. Hey, Scott, it's Jay Mohr. We're recording Mohr Stories podcast with your brother Jim. How are you? You're on the air right now.
Good, Jay. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Are you calling from Australia?
Yeah.
Scott's the guy who named
Jim,
Gunter.
I'm talking to Scott, Jim. Scott, who found the vibrator in the garage? Was it you or Jim?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
And who named
Ask him about the house if I'm lying. About the house.
And your father built a house made out of rock?
No, not made out of rock, on a rock.
Yeah.
But he...
No, walls. He makes rocks out of walls and different things. He's not right the head. He does it out of rock.
Your brother said he makes rocks out of walls.
Yeah, but Scott,
I don't even know what the fuck language
Scott, where did he get all
Italian or something?
Where did he get all the rocks from?
Where did your dad get all the rocks?
He jackhammers them out of the property. He gets them out from digging out under the house. So he made a room down there, took all the rocks out, made walls for them. You don't get rid of the rubble.
I don't even know what the fuck this guy's saying.
He's saying you don't get rid of the rubble.
That's English?
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
All right, you say goodbye to him.
No, Scott.
I'll call him on the way home.
Scott, Jim said he'll call you on the way home. We're wrapping up right now, okay, friend? Hey, have you ever seen Jerry Maguire? He hung up. All right, go see Jim Jefferies. Jim, so great. Thank you, buddy boy. And I already emailed while you were telling a story, Frosty, my guy, Matt Frost, my stand-up guy, that you and I want to go do theaters together.
Sure, man.
Now, we're both going to have to take a little hit to the wallet because we're splitting it.
Do bigger theaters, man.
I think we just cruise in that 1,500 range and we bang out a couple. We go out in like groups of 4, bang them out, come home.
We go out and do 2 instead of doing 1. See? We still get the same money. We do 2 shows.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you go and you do like 1,500 seat theaters, but you do like 4 cities in a row. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
This is great. So we'd be in the big room at Borgata. We would totally
do
do
the big room in Borgata.
Shove it right up their ass.
Yeah, that'll show Seinfeld to be performing.
What's the deal with co-headlining?
I want to meet him. I've never met him, so I will go to his dressing room and try to meet him, I think.
I think he's incredibly smart about the art form and the shaping of actual jokes.
Sure.
I really do.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't. People are waiting for me to fucking slam him. Just because I do it doesn't mean.
But why? Everyone can sort of do it.
What's the deal with socks? I want to wear shoes, but I don't want my bare foot in the shoe.
I'd like him
if there was a buffer between my foot and the shoe, I'll call it a sock. Then I'm ready to go.
I wish he did dirty jokes and he sweared occasionally. I'm all for the clean comic, but it feels a little bit contrived that I don't swear. And it's like, what if
Brian Regan doesn't swear?
But what if a joke needs a swear word?
Brian Regan doesn't need a goddamn thing.
No, he's excellent. And Seinfeld's excellent as well. I'm not saying Seinfeld's bad. I'm just saying
Opie and Anthony tried to get Brian Regan to swear, and he didn't even know how to use it. And they just badgered the shit out of him. And finally they go, do it. They wouldn't let him stop. Do it. And he goes, you shitty. That's what came out.
Does he do it in his regular life at all? Does he swear in his regular life?
Not really. He's just like this. He's like this sweet guy.
Wouldn't it be great to hear Seinfeld just like, so I was fucking this girl in the ass. What's all that about? That's where a poo comes from.
Why would he go?
That's not going to make a kid.
Why would he go from fucking in the ass and then not say shit? He has to clean it up. He gets guilty.
A bit of charm. Poo's a charming word. Shit's so gratuitous.
A bit of charm. Jim, what is the deal? I like Seinfeld working dirty.
What is
Dice's act? Jack and Jill go up the hill. Jill sucks Jack's dick, and she comes down wealthier for it.
But why go up the hill? She could have just sucked his dick on the ground.
Why doesn't Jack say, suck my dick at the bottom of the hill, then you go up the hill, suck someone, have an affair?
Jack fell down and broke his neck. Why would you do that?
That sounds like Ratzenberger doing Seinfeld.
I only got one. I'm not good in impersonations. I can do Ratzenberger and Homer Simpson. I've told you this.
All right, let's hear a little Homer to take us out of here. Tell everybody they're listening to more stories.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Oh, such a big hill.
Big hill it is.
There's so much candy. Oh, the land of chocolate. Do, 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 la, 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 la. Da, da,
Ooh, we got to get you.
This is my voice on TV.
We got to get you on Drag Race. Let's not forget that. Make sure you
Drag Race.
Tweet the shit.
Start your engines. RuPaul Drag Race. May the best woman
Roberts. Get Jim Jefferies on RuPaul's Drag Race. Just do it. And
Kate
just keep
says
tweeting.
They make their own outfits. It's the same as Top Model and Next Designer all wrapped into one.
I have not seen it, but I have, and I stopped watching Top Model. I had a flu in a hotel in New York, and I watched 4 seasons back to back, and it was, you just wear yourself out.
4 seasons? Oh, 4 seasons of Top Model.
Yeah, but I did watch Project Runway. I used to love.
The problem with Top Model is you're there going with Top Model. You're there going, these chicks aren't hot.
None of them.
None of them are hot. It's like the modeling industry is what women think are hot and gay guys think are hot, but not what men think are hot.
You can say this with complete confidence.
A plum?
And a plum, if you wish to. Or an orange. Your girlfriend and my wife, not even close, light years ahead of any woman in any season of Top Model.
Of Top Model, yes.
Ever. Like, not even close.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you a story about my girlfriend. My girlfriend used to date a NBA player many years before.
No.
And I found out since someone said the name.
Jason Collins?
And I don't know the name. He's a 7-footer, though. He's a 7-footer.
Ooh.
Right?
What's his name?
Played for Miami Heat. Anyway.
White guy, black guy?
I'm not going to tell you. I don't know. She
Ronnie
won't tell me.
Cycli.
This is all the information I'm given. Right? So,
I'm typing in her name, NBA.
So anyway, she's like,
you weren't giving a name.
She's like, this is my girlfriend's. My girlfriend's a couple of years older than me. Like,
stop talking.
Right.
They wouldn't give you a name, but they told you the team and that he was 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like that. If he wants to do all that research, if he wants to find a 7-footer in the Miami Heat, not named Shaquille O'Neal.
He's not a current player.
All right, it's either Ronnie Cycli.
Who's he?
He's white.
Oh, that's better. I was starting to worry about her vaginal disposition.
You really don't know who it is?
No. Anyway, I'm telling a story. So my girlfriend said that she was out partying with him, and this is when Rodman was dating Madonna. So he's out with him, Rodman, and Madonna, and then she sort of alluded to, and the party got a little bit out of hand. So I'm thinking they all fucked each other, right? I don't know this. This is all in my head now, right?
Yes.
And then I looked at my girlfriend and I went, well, how do you just slip this into the conversation so late in our relationship? We have a child, and now you're partying with Dennis Rodman and Madonna and a 7-foot guy from Miami Heat. And I'm meant to just feel comfortable now as a person. And she looked at me and she went, come on, you've partied way more than me. And I go, no, I haven't. I've gotten drunk and taken more drugs than you. I haven't partied more than you, right? All my parties end with 5 comics sitting around a coffee table doing coke while one of them tells us a conspiracy theory, right? None of them ended up with me being fucked in the ass by Dennis Rodman while I licked out Madonna. I'll tell you that for nothing.
So was Dennis Rodman?
No, Dennis Rodman was at the party.
You said that like Will Sasso's Muffin Man. No, Dennis Rodman was at the party. Muffin_man. Ronnie Cycli was Greek. He went to Syracuse. 7-footer. One of the original 7-footers of the Miami Heat. How long ago are we talking about?
I don't know.
Will you get a name from her?
I've tried.
What's her number?
No, what happened?
Let me call her right now. Why not? Why not?
Because she'll be angry that I even mentioned it. She'll be pissed at me if she listens to this. Lucky she can't work a computer. So this is the thing.
I
right?
used to think that.
No, she could check a history like a fucking motherfucker.
That's working a computer.
Oh, yeah. She can do that one. But she doesn't know about podcasts. She doesn't know what a podcast. She doesn't podcast. Right? Anyway, so fucking... So...
Look at how boring my history is.
So anyway...
Look at my history.
Yeah, but that's only today.
No, it's not. Look at that. Light years. Ian Roberts gay. 14 things I typed in today.
So anyway, I had a friend who was a Miami Heat fan, and he was over the house, and we were all drunk, and she said the name to him in his ear, and he went, oh, a 7-footer, and that's how I knew about the 7 feet thing. And I was sitting there going,
I know she's talking about his height.
Yeah. Now every compliment about my cock is a fucking lie.
That's not true.
Wow. You think a 7-foot guy's got a smaller cock than me?
No, I think it's way larger than yours.
Yeah,
and darker.
Way.
And darker.
Yeah, but that's very slimming.
Yes. That is as well. But
I'm white. I always look fat and white.
But I also think you can get compliments about it, like maybe, hey, you don't destroy my vagina like that other guy did.
Yeah, it's true.
When you leave, there's still room. That's like when I don't go, oh my God, is this rape? When you're having sex with me because it's so big it hurts.
That's true.
So
true. And I'm not very active in bed anymore. I used to be a great fucker. Now I'm just more of a spooning guy.
Spooning.
I used to get on top.
Are you a shooter or a blobber?
I'm a shooter, my friend.
Shooter?
Occasionally, I think I've told you this. I'm a shooter or blobber. I've come in my mouth several times. Masturbating on my back, and it's like all the planets align because you're coming and your face goes as you're coming, and the cum will come over and shoot in your mouth. Now, when you come in your own mouth on a laying in your back situation, it is both hysterical and disgusting in equal measures. Like your brain is so confused because you want to laugh because it's funny.
Is any part of it a turn on?
No, you've already come. You're already disgusted.
You don't make believe there's other guys like just jacking off in your face?
No.
Serious question.
This is the thing. When you're masturbating on a girl's face, that's the sexiest life gets. That's when you're like, you fucking, when you hate them.
I think that's
as you're masturbating.
Yeah.
Like you hate them like, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking, my cum is your reward for being a whore. You know when you're doing that, right?
Sure.
But then it's the second the cum shoots out your cock and hits her face. I don't know if women know this. That's the nicest 15. That's the nicest 15 seconds you're ever going to be to a human being.
Oh, you get the towel.
Yeah, because I'm so sorry. I love you. You're an excellent mother. You know what I mean? Like the remorse that floods out of your body with a load of cum is ridiculous. Like I always watch porn when there's like 15 guys come on one girl's face, and then she's like sitting around, and then there's a guy going, yeah, you like that, and he's already come on her. I'm like, well, who is this fucking psychopath? Get her a towel.
Wearing a socks.
And the girl's there, and she's there going, do I look pretty? And you're like, no, you look horrible. Clean yourself.
Yeah, you look like you've been burned.
I tell you, because I normally don't hit my face with cum because I normally have the laptop really high up on my chest.
Yeah.
Right?
Oddly, where your mom puts your child.
True.
Yeah.
My Apple sign looks like it's melting. Like just with
Oh no! You jack off on your laptop?
I'm gonna tell you one story. I don't know if I told you last. This is the most disgusting thing that's ever happened to me. This is the most disgusting thing. And someone tweeted it after it happened because they were in the line looking at me. I'm at airports. I might have told you this last time. I've told it about 3 people. I was at airport security. I have a hemorrhoid problem that's ongoing. At the moment, I'm doing good, but on and off. And the doctors just look at my ass like it's just hemorrhoid every time I think I'm dying because a lot of blood comes out. And then sometimes what I do is I get a bit of toilet paper. If there's excessive blood, wedge it up my ass until my ass clots, and then just chuck it out in a bin somewhere, right? So I've got a wedge.
You never did that with diarrhea? I've done that on planes where I had diarrhea so bad that I've wedged it all up my asshole.
Serious question.
So I've got.
Hold on.
Serious
question. Have you ever tried a tampon?
No, I don't.
Honestly.
I don't like stuffing things up there. It hurts because my ass is half.
You just said you shove it up.
My ass is half prolapsed. No, I don't. I just wedge it against it. Then my ass is half prolapsed from the.
This is a good question.
Yeah, what about a pad?
Look, I'm not fucking an army guy about this.
I don't know how it works.
No, I'm
being serious. I don't
quick
know.
fix, rip thing. You take the bit.
You're really the MacGyver of.
You take the paper out maybe 3 minutes later once the bleeding stopped, and
you should use a pad.
But otherwise, you can have your ass look like a Japanese flag, right? So I'm at the airport security,
yes, sir.
And then you empty your pockets, empty your thing, make sure there's nothing in your pocket because they have the X-ray machines now, and I go in and I'm like. With the X-ray machine, and they go, step out. You sure you don't have anything in your pockets? And then my brain went, oh, no. Right? Because not only is it a bloody tissue that's wedged up my ass right now, they're going to think there's drugs up there or something. Like, why is that the only thing that reads on my body is a bit of fucking paper in my asshole? So I reach into my back pocket before the search, pull out this fucking blood-coated tissue, like, I got bad.